What makes these people different? How do they differ from us, regular folks? Why do they strive for greed, power, and deception to the masses? What is it that turns them into the biggest frauds?
So I just finished this book called Bad Blood, and I also finished it was two documentaries about the same thing, about the FYRE festival with Billy. What bothered me about these two people is that why would they have to commit fraud when they have a great idea? What was their compulsive lying for? Why would they just not be honest with their customers and their investors? Today I want to talk about this whole problem that we are living in. It's not new. I read a bunch of books about this already, about fraud. But I want to read about all these people who are pretty young. It could range from age, but some of them are pretty young, and why they want to be super successful so early if they don't want to put the work. Some of them are just money driven, and they just want to flaunt that they have all that money. Some of them come from childhood. They've been saying they want to be millionaires, but Warren Buffett said that he wanted to be the richest man in the world when he was a little kid, but he stayed focused. And my whole premise, I'm a big promoter of business ethics and just doing a product or doing a service that is going to help your customers, going to help your investors. It seems it's like there's a lot of stress and pressure to succeed really quickly when you make a business, when you make a company, and that's not true. You don't have to apply or accept those pressures by people just because you want to grow fast. A great book about this is called Small Giants, with all these companies that are tiny but they make a ton of money, and they're mostly unknown companies but they're making a lot of money. So my point is just to stay focused, start small. A great book is Shoe Dog. It's a documentary how Nike started their company. All these people started by having regular jobs, having a full-time. You don't have to be with this pressure of being a full-time entrepreneur. I think the world entrepreneur is getting too hyped up and missing the whole point of what's an entrepreneur. People focus on people who already made it and don't know they have been putting the work for years and years and years. And we all want to be young and rich, but that's not going to happen for all of us. So what kind of people do these kind of frauds? So fraud is broken down into three things. It's also called the triangle of fraud. The triangle of fraud is broken down into three parts: pressure, opportunity, and realization. Anyone who commits frauds of any kind, employees, investors, any kind, business, or any petty theft, has to go through that triangle. So the pressure of committing fraud could be anything. It could be addiction, gambling. It could be ego-based. Somebody wants to portray that somebody who they are not. They want to portray they are superstars, geniuses. Some people have a lot of debt. It could be they're sick. So it all depends. For opportunity, it gets a little more complicated because you have to be able to know a loophole or be somebody of power or be an influencer to be able to have the opportunity to fraud, because it's not everybody that has the opportunity to fraud. To commit fraud, everybody can try, but eventually they're gonna fail. But to be successful, they have to rational all these reasons of why somebody will commit fraud. Some of them are ego-based. They think that everybody would do it if they have the opportunity. A lot of people would think that they have this winning mentality, win it all. So that could be the rationale, or they can be they deserve it more than other people. So it can vary. So you might be asking, what's the remedy for all these people committing fraud? I think the only thing is having empathy. I think that's one of the things that's missing. But that's one opinion only.